Hello, it's Ashley here from Paper&Twine and welcome to day 14 of 31 days of crafting in, I nearly said July again, in October. Today, what are we going to make today? You'll have to wait and see. But we are going to use some paper from Relatively Thoughtful. I'm not going to use any of this reindeer Christmas paper today. I think a lot of these papers would be very good for masculine makes, and I've got some masculine makes coming up in the next couple of weeks or so. But I thought we'd use some paper from this collection from Thoughtful Studio, and we're just going to have a look at the 12 by 12s. They're all 12 by 12 apart from the two focal images that are A4. These are double-sided, sorry, tell a lie, they're single-sided and they're a really good sturdy weight. I don't know what the weight is, but I think it's about 190, and I want something that is patterned. I don't think I want to use this because that could be a really nice DL card, couldn't it? And then we'd use this for something else. This is a possibility. I'm liking the kind of orangey goldy kind of pale colours in this, and that could be a possibility. I think this one is too busy for my purposes today, and so is that. Oh, now this could be useful. Now, which to go with, I wonder. Interesting. I think it's a toss-up between these two. This one's in the mix, but I think it's a toss-up between these two. I don't know, because I'm not very good at geometry. There's a clue. I don't know which is going to be best for orientation. I think because this has got birds standing up, and this is baubles that could be in any direction, I'm going to go with the baubles. And we are, in fact, going to make a Christmas bauble. And you can make these any size. They need to be square. You need to start off with a square piece of paper. So for the purposes of this demonstration, I am going to cut my paper to 6 by 6. Just going to do that and come back to you because I need my other trimmer. Okay, so you want to have your paper pattern down, and I don't think it really matters which way you have it. Now I'm hoping that this is going to work, but it is going to be quite an effort because we need to make sure we crease absolutely as accurately as we can to get a good finished result. And then I'm bringing in my bone folder. I'm not scoring on my score board. I'm folding because we're doing origami. Now normally with origami you would use a special paper, but this is something I've seen quite a few people do on Pinterest, and it's called a German bell card. And we're going to use it as a Christmas tree decoration, but you could actually put something inside this and give it as a gift. So we folded our paper in half. You can see how without using a score tool it is creasing, but I don't think that matters too much. Now, as I say, this might be a tad too heavy but we're going to persevere. So I've cut my square to 6 by 6. I'm just trying to line up on the diagonal. So I'm doing one corner at a time, just taking my time and gently squeezing that corner there. So it's kind of giving a suggestion of where you want your paper to be, and then just very gently doing the same with this corner. So this is a tad too thick, and you definitely only want single-sided paper for this because you're not going to see the other side. It would be a waste to use double-sided. Now you can see in scoring there, burnishing there, I've got a bit of a wonky edge, but we will persevere. So that's one diagonal done, and now we're going to do the other diagonal. Following the same procedure as we did before. I reckon if you used about 160 GSM patterned paper, that would be quite good, but I just really wanted to use this because I saw it and I thought, oh, that would be nice for Christmas tree decorations. So that's our 2 diagonals done, and we've got kind of like the star shape. Now what we want to do is turn our paper to this orientation, and we're going to do what they call an airplane fold, and this really is quite tricky. Because it is such thick card, but it will be sturdy for an ornament that should last you a couple of years. So just gently burnishing that, taking care, do it gently because you don't want your paper to crack. Then bring this up into the center line. And just teasing into place with your finger. And you can see that crease line there, at least I hope you can. And you're going to do that on all 4 corners. Sorry, there's a bit of shadow now. It's almost, well, it's dusk, shall we say. I hope you can see the pattern of those score or fold lines there. And what we need to do is bring up this kind of little section here. So I'm going to pop some glue on here, and you need a strong adhesive for this, I think. And while I've been having a little play, all kinds of applications for this have come into my mind, so I'll have a little talk to you about that in a minute. But we're just going to fold that, burnish that glue line now, so you can see we've got that kind of shape going on. And then you want to do the opposite side. I have to say it's been nice working with this paper, and a different colour palette for Christmas. You know, we think about our reds and our greens and our golds and our silvers and our blues, but this olive green and kind of pale red and pale orange is quite unusual, but nonetheless festive. So we're going to line those 2 edges up and give that a little burnish. So we've got kind of like a little basket shape a trapezoid or something. Is it a trapezoid? I told you I was hopeless at geometry. And then we are going to kind of hold it like this a little bit, and we're going to cut some thread. I'm choosing to use this that I used yesterday. What did we make yesterday? Oh, the bag with the handles. Yes, and I used this for the handles, didn't I? And getting a decentish length. And I'm putting my two ends together. And I'm tying a knot. Oh, I've just heard the cat. She seems to have had no ill effects. I think she's out. Oh, where is she? Oh, she's behind me. She might come and say hello in a minute. Could be her tea time. So yeah, I've just made a hanging loop with a knot, and then we're going to manipulate this now. We want to kind of get this same shape. That's it, like that. And what you want to do before you close that down is kind of tuck that in like that, so that your knot is encapsulated within like that. And can you see the shape we've got there? We're going to put glue on this surface. On both of them actually. Plenty. Go right up to the corner and in the kind of join there. It's the edges you need to be more aware of. And they're just teasing that out, so we've got that kind of shape, and bringing up. So we've got that. Isn't that cute? Again, because it's a 3D object, it's difficult for me to show you, but I am so in love with this little ornament. I absolutely love it. Look at the paper on that. Isn't that adorable? We're just going to hold it in place a minute so that those glue seams stick. The one tutorial that I saw said to put elastic band around, but mine are all a bit big and bulky and thought they might damage. I think that's done it. Look at that. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I urge you to have a go at this. It's so easy, and it's something that the kids could do. And I was thinking, if you had some sturdy book pages, magazine pages backed onto lightweight card, you could use anything to make these and do them any size. So we started here with a 6x6 piece of paper. Let's just clear the decks. In true Blue Peter fashion, here are some I made earlier. I'll lay it down like that. But can you see the shape at the bottom? Who'd have thought you could do that with paper? Isn't that amazing? I'm just so impressed. So that was 6. Here's one I made with 5, a 5-inch square. Here's one I made with a 4-inch square. And here is one I made with a 3-inch square. I love them. I absolutely love them. Imagine those in the colour of your Christmas decorations, the colour scheme that you have. And I thought this would be really lovely as a little gift tag on a present. And, you know, you could use lighter weight maybe for a present, put some little bells around it. That would be lovely as a little embellishment to a gift or one of the bags that we've made. You could do it in coordinating paper, 3-inch square, and that's what you end up with. And let's see how tall it is. Just bear with. So standing it up, it is about it's less than 2 inches square. It's about 4 centimetres square, that one, tall rather. This is the 4-inch square piece of paper, and that works out at 5 centimetres roughly. So is this going to be 6 centimetres roughly? 7 centimetres roughly, I'd say that is. And this one is 8 centimetres roughly. So I will try and take some footage. I'm filming this in advance. It's yeah, I'm filming this a day before you're going to see it. So I will try and take some video footage or photographs of these hanging up so you can see the shape of them, the height of them. I love the detail on them. I love the angles, and oh yeah, I'm really impressed. And then, oh, I've given a little clue away there. I did go into the works the other day and I bought this Christmas pad for £3. There was only one left and I thought I've got to have it, and I've made this one. Can you hear the bells? The bells, the bells. Let's move those ones out of the way. I haven't got any gold bells at the moment, otherwise I would have done it on these, but the silver doesn't go well with that. So what I did, before I glued the sides together on this portion here, when the paper was flat, I used my pokey tool just to poke a little hole in there, and then I threaded some jewellery wire through, and I've put a small bead to stop that going through the small hole, and then just a couple of jingle bells on the bottom on some wire. How cute is that? I love it. Oh, so happy. I'm going to be making lots of these. I might even try a 2-inch one and see what that looks like. But a 3-inch scrap, we throw 3 inches away, a lot of us, don't we? And talking of scraps, out of a 12 by 12, this is what I've got left. Quite a substantial piece. That would be a nice topper for a card. That's just over 3 inches. 3 inches by 3 1/8 of an inch, and some little strips. Yeah, so that's what I've got left. I've loved this Thoughtful Studio paper, which is from Relatively Thoughtful. I will leave a link to it in the description box. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye everybody.